Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the Friday Five. This week on the Friday Five, we're talking about travel buddies. For my trip around the world, I opted to travel alone, for the most part. Here and there I meet up with some friends and family and other people I've traveled with previously in the trip, but for the most part, I'm flying it solo. There's a number of reasons why I chose to do that, mostly because I'm going for such a long period of time. But I thought it would be good this week on the Friday Five for me to give you 5 tips for traveling with other people. I've had a number of opportunities to do just that throughout the world, and I've learned a few things. So hopefully I can pass that on to you. Let's go.
5!
The first thing you should really do before you travel with someone is think about whether you should travel with that someone. Maybe it's your best friend or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or a relative even. Really assess how you two work together, problem solving, openness, and whatnot. Because it's like when you were in school. When you were in school, sometimes your best friend wasn't always the best person to do a project with. The exact same thing goes with traveling. Sure, you get along and you're awesome buddies when you're hanging out, but when you're traveling together and running into issues and paying for tickets and deciding on what sites you want to see, well, you might not be best friends when you finish the trip. So make sure it's someone you know that you can travel with.
4!
Once you have your travel buddy picked out, openness is very important when you're on the road. So if there's something you don't agree with, something you don't want to do, something you do want to do, maybe there's something that they are doing that's getting on your nerves, it's really important that you talk to each other about those things, because if you're spending almost every minute with each other over an extended period of time, those little things can start to build and you can become very, well, hostile or unfriendly to that person. And they're probably going to pick up on that. So I guess in a nutshell, being passive aggressive isn't usually the best thing when you're on the road with someone. Be open.
3!
Now this goes with being open. Budgets. You need to, first off, talk to each other about your own personal budgets and then respect each other's budgets when you're on the road. Spending money and the cost of things is a big part of travel because you are booking hostels or booking hotels, you're paying for meals, the tickets to go into different sites, flights, trains, buses. So money is always involved when you're out backpacking and on the road. So it's really important that you have a clear understanding of what the other one can afford and can't afford, and that you respect that when you're making decisions.
2!
All right, next one, alone time. You might not actually think of that one just because, you know, you're traveling with someone, you want to do everything together, but you don't need to be around each other 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Maybe one of you wants some alone time, but feels too uncomfortable to say it to the other one because that person always wants to be with you. Scheduling some alone time, whether it be going to different museums and meeting up later, someone going to get some groceries or some food while the other one does the laundry, for example. It gives you some time to just be by yourself, collect your thoughts, take a break from the other person, even though you might be having the best time in the world, and that way when you get back together, you're going to continue to have a fantastic time.
1!
And last but not least, patience and compromise. I think that one is pretty self-explanatory, or I hope it is. You probably learned that one in school or in life. But you have to understand that when you're out there and you're seeing all these different things with that whoever it is, maybe you can't see everything you want to see. And hopefully they understand that they can't see everything they want to see, and that sometimes there's a bit of give and take. And that will definitely, if you can have patience with the other person, if you know how to compromise, it's going to save you a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety when you don't always get your way. And you know, you'll make the other person happier if you do a few things they want to do, and hopefully they will return the favor on your end. And there you have it, folks. Another week of the Friday Five. 5 ways to help you successfully travel with a buddy. I'll be honest, and I'm comfortable in saying this, that because I'm taking a year around the world, I'm very glad that I went by myself for a variety of reasons. But at the same time, I'm very happy and fortunate that along the way I'm able to meet up with people, friends and family from home, and even other travelers I've met along the way, whether it be for a day or two or a couple weeks. It's worked out really nicely in that, it's fun when you're at a museum or you're seeing a show or you're just walking down the street that you can share those experiences with someone else. But at the same time, you know that you'll have some alone time where you can just reflect on the world around you and, enjoy that trip for yourself. So if you're able to mix the two together, like I am, travel a bit by yourself, but also with someone, I think that's maybe the best way. And I hope that these tips will help you if you are already out on the road or going to travel with someone. Just make sure you have fun with it, have fun with that person, and really know that you want to travel with that whoever they are on the road, because it can really make or break the trip for you. I've met a few people who aren't really enjoying it with their travel buddies, and it's been unfortunate. But I've also met people that are perfect together, and I've just watched them have an awesome time. So, as always, I have nothing else to say. So that is the end of the Friday Five for this week. Please tune in next week for another edition of the Friday Five, and we'll see you out there.